Hey Tanner, as I'm sure you know, I'm a big fan of bird watching. I love bird watching. Kind of dorky, kind of old manish, but doesn't matter. Big fan, grew up doing it, love sitting on the farm, watching the birds, talking about birds, and it's now a big part of my life. And one of my favorite birds to watch is the hummingbird. Therefore, today, and you probably guessed this next part, on Todd Teaches Tanner to Cook with Cast Iron Supplemental, I'm going to show you how to make hummingbird food / simple syrup. It's the same thing. I use it for both mixing drinks, feeding the animals. Great stuff. Here we go. In order to make simple syrup, you will need the following items: a saucepan, sugar, some variety of a glass jar with a lid, water. I can hear what you're saying now, Tanner. You're saying, why would I make hummingbird food when I can just go to the store and buy the red stuff? I'll tell you why. If you do a search on the interwebs, you're going to find a lot of people that are dissenting against the honeyed red bird feeder food that you can get at, Home Depot or Lowe's or Kroger's or whatever. And what they say is that that red dye and whatever preservatives they're using are not good for the hummingbirds. They're causing cancer. They're making them sick. I do not know if that is true. It might be true. It may be the truest thing that has ever been spoken. However, I don't personally know that because I'm not a scientist. I've not done any long-term studies of hummingbirds, and the only thing I hear are from people on Facebook being like, now remember, don't use the red stuff. And it's fine. They're well-intentioned. They're doing the right thing, making sure those little hummers get stay healthy, and get fed. But, we don't know. We don't know for sure. But it doesn't matter. Why have an unnecessary risk? Especially since it is cheaper and easier to just make it yourself. Additionally, you know that I don't like things that only have one purpose. The mono-purpose items. Yes, there are some things that only have one purpose, like dog food. You can't do other stuff with dog food. That's the thing, right? However, hummingbird food, when made correctly, can act as as your hummingbird feeder food for the hummingbird feeder food, and it can act as a simple syrup for mixing drinks. I use it when I make papa doble, or if I'm making a margarita for my wife. And we'll get to that on later episodes, I'm sure. Today, however, we're going to focus on making that syrup. Let's get to work. In chemistry, which is basically what cooking is, we would be making what is technically called a concentrated aqueous solution. The sugar dissolves in the water. We are mixing this at a 1:4 ratio. What that means is we have 2 cups of water and a half a cup of sugar. That is all I need. You can, however, make any amount you want. Just keep your ratio the same. You can go 1 cup to 4 cups. You can do it like I am, where it's a half cup to 2 cups. Or if you want to go crazy, you can go 4 cups to 16 cups. That seems like a lot, but maybe you're going to have a hummingbird party. What do I know? First thing we do after we get our stuff together, so I guess second thing we do, put our pan on the stove, turn it on. High. Turn it on high. Add your water. Let that cook for only about 45 seconds. After 45 seconds have passed, doesn't need to be precise, dump your sugar in. Remember, you are not going to bring this to a boil. So, we are going to watch it. We're not going to let it boil. We're going to watch. Remember, a watched pot never boils. Therefore, by watching it, we are preventing this thing from boiling. you can see the sugar is starting to dissolve. So, we're going to give it a little mixy mix. As you do this, the molecules are getting so excited by being hot that they're forming a chemical bond, which is what makes this a solution as opposed to a suspension. Right now, it's cloudy, so that is a suspension. But as you watch it, as it heats up and cooks, the sugar will completely dissolve, changing it from a suspension to a solution. You see? Now, it looks just like water. Turn off the stove. We're going to leave that there and we're going to let it cool for about a half an hour. Remember, you don't want to add Remember, you don't want to add hot liquids to a cold glass container. The molecules on the inside will expand faster than the molecules on the outside and you'll shatter your glass. So you don't want to do that. You want to let that thing cool. I almost cussed. It's been about a half an hour. Let's go ahead and get the Hummingbird food off the stovetop. This is the Hummingbird feeder that we have here at the studio, aka my apartment. Very simple little jobby, easy to put together, easy to take care of, easy to refill, and very, very easy to clean. Which leads me to a point that I forgot to talk about earlier. Every single time you refill your Hummingbird feeder, you should clean it. And I mean clean it with hot water and dish soap. What happens is, because you're not using the red stuff from the store, we're using a simple syrup we've created ourselves. It does not have any sort of artificial preservatives or any of that nonsense in it. Therefore, it actually will get moldy. So, every time you fill it, you're going to want to clean it. You don't want that mold to get in there. That will make your hums very, very sick. This is the helicopter that is interrupting the shoot. It's clean, it's polished, it's ready to go. I use a funnel because I don't like making messes. And we fill. Glub, 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 glub. And the remainder goes in here. Now, we filled it. Let's put it together. Super ta-da! And just like that, Tanner, we have finished our Hummingbird food / simple syrup. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you learned something. And if you haven't already, Tanner, please press that subscribe button and give me a big old thumbs up. I really do appreciate it. And as always, if you have any questions, concerns, criticisms, or you just want to say hi, drop us a line at kitchentableentertainment@gmail.com. Once again, kitchentableentertainment@gmail.com. Maybe I'm able to do that. I don't know. I also probably did it backwards. I did it as if I was reading it, not as if you were reading it. So let's try it again. kitchentableentertainment@gmail.com. Boom. Nailed it. Just like that. See you next time.